Making the right choice is often easiest when the day begins. In the morning, you lace up your shoes and commit to the plan. But by 9 o'clock at night, after a full day of decisions, that same level of self-control often disappears. Research suggests this happens because willpower functions like a finite resource. As you navigate stress and choices, that battery depletes, leaving you to fall back on your default behaviors by evening. This video is designed to help you build a personalized habit replacement plan. We are going to move away from relying on sheer effort and instead use the way your brain is already wired to automate new behaviors. Before we continue, pause the video. You need a pen and a blank piece of paper to follow the steps. Putting these steps on physical paper moves the plan out of your head and into an external system. This creates a concrete reference point that doesn't rely on your internal state or memory to function. Start by writing 2 things at the top of your page: the specific habit you want to break and the one you want to build. These behaviors are governed by the basal ganglia, a part of the brain that acts as an autopilot system. Once a habit is stored here, it becomes an automatic response to specific triggers. This autopilot is driven by the habit loop: a cue, the routine, and the reward. The cue is the trigger setting the entire loop in motion. Often, we are so used to the routine, we don't even notice the cue. Look at the bad habit you wrote down. Find the moment right before it starts. Is it a feeling of boredom, a spike in stress, or a mid-afternoon energy dip? Identify that specific trigger and write it down on your paper right now. Identifying the cue moves the habit from a subconscious reaction to a conscious observation. By naming the trigger to interrupt the automatic cycle, making the behavior something you see rather than just something you do. Look at your good habit. When we try to make giant leaps or ambitious goals, we often fail because those massive actions require high levels of energy that we simply cannot always sustain. To protect against the drain on your willpower, you have to shrink the habit. You want a version so small it feels trivial to complete, even on your most exhausted days. Take your pen and cross out the ambitious version of the good habit you wrote. Replace it with a shrunken version. Instead of an hour at the gym, write down something like 5 push-ups. In the brain, neural pathways are rewired through consistency. Small daily actions are more effective at building these paths than intense efforts that only happen once in a while. The goal here isn't the physical result of the workout yet. It's simply proving that the routine can be performed even when your energy is low. You are training the brain to initiate the behavior without needing a massive burst of motivation. Effective habits are built on systems that are obvious and easy to follow. We do this by linking the new behavior directly to the old trigger. Use this formula. When the cue happens, instead of the bad habit, I will do the shrunken version of my good habit. Write this complete sentence out at the bottom of your page, filling in your specific details. For example, when the 3 p.m. slump hits, instead of reaching for sugar, I will stand up and stretch. This works because you are hijacking a cue that your brain already recognizes. It's much easier to swap a routine than it is to build an entirely new loop from scratch. This sentence acts as an algorithm for your brain. It takes the guesswork out of the moment and gives you a clear path to follow when the trigger occurs. You now have a completed physical habit replacement plan. For this to work, it must remain obvious. If you tuck this paper in a drawer, you lose the visual prompt your brain needs. Put this paper where the cue actually happens. Tape it to your monitor, put it on your fridge, or next to your gym shoes. Habit formation is built on repetition. These tiny daily actions strengthen the neural loop, making the behavior more automatic with each passing day. To add a layer of accountability, take a photo of your plan and share it using the hashtag Mindshift Moments. Your specific plan might provide the structure someone else needs to start their own.